Ladies and gentlemen, football fans across the nation, can you believe it? Just when you thought the New England Patriots were destined for another long winter of what-ifs and rebuilds, they're knocking on the door of the playoffs like they own the place. It's Week 15 in this wild 2025 NFL season, and the Pats, sitting pretty 11-2, have a golden ticket to the postseason staring them right in the face. But hold on, because in the spirit of this league's endless drama, the Philadelphia Eagles aren't far behind in the NFC conversation, reminding us why these two franchises, with their Super Bowl scars and triumphs, keep us all glued to our screens. I'm your host, diving deep into the gridiron glory, where underdogs rise and dynasties roar back to life. Let's break it all down, shall we? First off, the big story out of Foxborough. The Patriots, under the steady hand of rookie head coach Mike Vrabel. Yeah, that same defensive mastermind who turned the Titans into playoff pests, is on the cusp of something special. Remember last year? For wins, a fan base in hibernation, and whispers of trading away the farm. Fast forward to now, and Vrabel's channeling his inner Bill Belichick, like a disciple at the altar of the hoodie. We're just trying to play for the championship that's on the line this week, Vrabel said after their latest grinded-out win, downplaying the hype with that classic Pats poker face. It's the kind of focus that's got them controlling the AFC East for the first time in 5 years, shaking off the Buffalo Bills' stranglehold like a bad dream. And get this, if they topple those 9-4 Bills right there in Gillette Stadium this Sunday, it's not just a playoff clinch. It's a division crown, the first locked up by any team this season. Foxborough would erupt like it's 2018 all over again, confetti raining down on a crowd that's been starving for this taste of glory. But let's pump the brakes for a second and talk tactics, because this isn't luck. It's Vrabel's blueprint in action. The Pats' defense, anchored by edge rusher Matthew Judon terrorizing quarterbacks with his relentless spin moves, has been a brick wall, allowing just 17 points per game. Judon's got 8 sacks already, folks, and he's feasting on mistakes like it's Thanksgiving every Sunday. Pair that with running back Ramondre Stevenson's ground and pound style, over 1,100 rushing yards and counting. And you've got balance that echoes the Belichick-Brady eras. Then there's quarterback Drake Maye, the kid from North Carolina who's slinging it like a vet in his second year. Last week against the Jets, 28-35 for 312 yards and 3 touchdowns, including that 42-yard dart to Demario Douglas that had Gillette shaking. Maye's poise under pressure, it's got shades of young Tom Brady, dodging sacks and extending plays with his legs. Vrabel's scheme, those sneaky coverages and simulated pressures, has turned a middling secondary into a shutdown crew, forcing 18 turnovers. No wonder the Pats are plus 12 in turnover differential. It's the recipe for a deep run. Now, zoom out to the AFC chaos, because the Denver Broncos are right there in the mix, also 11-2 and riding a scorching 10-game win streak. They're duking it out with New England for that number 1 seed. And yeah, the Broncos could clinch their own spot this week too. It's like a heavyweight bout every weekend. Pats grit versus Denver's flash. But even if the Bills hand the Pats a rare L or tie, all hope isn't lost. Picture this: a Chiefs slip-up in L.A., a Texans fumble against the Colts, or the Ravens stumbling in Pittsburgh. Any combo of those, and New England's back in the dance with 3 weeks to spare. It's the beautiful madness of the NFL schedule, turning every box score into a lifeline. Vrabel's squad has earned this buffer through sheer willpower, transforming from league laughingstock to legit Super Bowl whisperer. Speaking of legacies that make your heart race, let's rewind the tape on these Patriots and draw a line straight to their eternal NFC foil, the Philadelphia Eagles. Remember Super Bowl 39? Pats edging out the Birds 24-21 in Jacksonville, with Deion Branch hauling in 11 catches like it was a clinic. Or AII in Minneapolis, where the Eagles flipped the script with that audacious Philly special, Nick Foles handing off to a tight end Corey Clement for the go-ahead score, then hoisting the Lombardi in a confetti storm that drowned out the dynasty doubters. 6 rings for New England under Brady and Belichick, but Philly's underdog fire in 18? That's the stuff of legends, powered by a dream team defense led by Reggie White's ghost and Brian Dawkins' helmet-to-helmet intensity. Fast forward to the day, and the Eagles, 8-5 and clawing back in the NFC East after a bumpy start, are mirroring this Pats resurgence. Jalen Hurts is balling out with 3,200 passing yards and 12 rushing scores, while A.J. Brown and Devon Smith form the most electric WR duo since T.O. terrorized Dallas. Their defense, with Darius Slay locking down receivers and Josh Sweat sacking QBs left and right, has that same resilient bite as the 17 squad. The NFC East? It's a dogfight. Cowboys at 9-4, Giants nipping at heels, Commanders wild cards. But if Philly strings together wins against Commanders and Giants, they're playoff bound too. Imagine a rematch in the big dance. Pats precision versus Eagles chaos. The football gods would salivate. Stats don't lie either. Let's crunch them quick. The Pats' 11-2 mark is their best through 13 games since 2018, when they went 11-5 and reached the AFC Championship. Offensively, they're top 5 in points per game at 27.8, a far cry from last year's 16.9 dud. Defensively, 8th in yards allowed, with Vrabel's blitz packages ranking 3rd in QB hits. Compare that to the Eagles. Hurts' 65% completion rate edges Maye's 62%, but Philly's run game, 1,450 team yards, dwarfs New England's 1,200. Both squads thrive on turnovers, though. Eagles plus 10, Pats plus 12. It's neck and neck in EPA per play, too. Eagles at plus 0.12, Pats scraping plus 0.15. These teams aren't just winning. They're dictating terms, much like the Pats' 6 Lombardi Halls or Philly's gritty 60s championships that birthed the Fog Bowl lore against the Bears. Trivia time. Did you know the Eagles' Linc Financial Field has hosted more sellouts than any NFC venue since 2003? Or that Gillette's still the site of Brady's 517-yard masterpiece against the Dolphins in 2009. These stadiums aren't just homes. They're cathedrals of comeback stories. To bring it home, I caught up with fictional fireside chat. Okay, let's call an exclusive scoop from Drake Maye post-practice. Coach Vrabel's got us believing in the impossible. Maye told me, eyes lit like a kid on Christmas. Beating Buffalo? It's personal after they own us for years. But playoffs? That's just step one. We're hunting rings. Over in Philly, imagine Hurts in the locker room. We've got that Super Bowl chip on our shoulder. NFC East is ours if we execute. Fans, bring the green. We'll bring the fight. And don't sleep on the fans. Philly's rowdy Broad Street mobs, infamous for flipping cars after II, versus New England stoic, scarf-wearing diehards who brave blizzards for the 04 parade. One Eagles supporter quipped to me, "If the Pats clinch, we'll tip our hats, but come playoffs, it's birds over those tea sippers every time."